Just give me one moment, guys. Um, didn't think the stream would crash today. Testing. 1 2 1 2. Testing. This is kind of awkward, to be honest.
That all depends on you. If you can tag her with one shot, then yes. It's enough.
One shot. I almost wasted it all for nothing.
What do you mean?
I ran into a commander from the Ark at the research center. Some greenhorn with 4 nikkes in tow. Said they were going to use Vophouse to liberate the nikkes.
So, what did you do?
I left them to the Raptures to help them, shall we say, come to their senses.
Huh. Sounds like something you'd do. I wonder what's gotten into that commander's head. If they ever got one good look at the nikkes here, they'd know what a blessing nymph can be. Not least of all Dorothy. She is the bane of my existence. She's always up to no good. Worst of all, she has the ear of all the other nikkes. Have you heard of her latest escapade? She brought outsiders to Eden without so much as a word to me.
Outsiders?
Yes, and not even 1 or 2. 5 in total.
Okay, 5. There has to be Rappy, Neon. Yeah, that should be
I'm
enough.
willing to bet that one of them is the commander you intended to turn into rapture food. I know what you're thinking. It's a bit too coincidental, don't you think? Let's hold off for now and see how far Dorothy goes with her little antics.
Welcome. You're now in paradise. Official code name, Eden. Consider me your guide. You can call me Dorothy.
How do you know my name?
Anyone who can pass Haran's test is an extraordinary individual, capable of bringing forth great change to the surface.
Okay, we already know. What is Dorothy doing? She is. This is not normal Dorothy. I'm just saying that.
I always pay close attention to whoever passes.
I'm not intending to stay for a long term. I'm just simply passing through.
Relax. No one will force you into accepting any major missions without your consent. Now, come over here. Considering this fine weather we're having, let's take a stroll in the gardens first.
No.
Doesn't the sunshine feel lovely? This garden contains 93 types of trees, 13 different species of livestock, and all manner of edible foodstuffs.
How does she know
Although
that?
Eden is built in the middle of a wasteland, we've created a near-perfect replica of how things were prior to the Rapture invasion, all thanks to genetic modification and certain cultivation methods.
Takes a golden apple from the
Care
tree
to
and
try
hands it
some?
over. Take a bite of the apple. Chomp. Sweet. I need the flavor. It explodes into my mouth. The juices tackle
What do
me.
you think?
It's incredible.
You won't find these kinds of flavors in the Ark. Help yourself to as many as you like. This is the Central Research Facility. You remember the nikkes you ran into? I mean, the ones that were with Johann.
How could I forget?
I'm not sure if you noticed, but they are pilgrims, manufactured using advanced technology.
Wait, what? What am I doing?
Cecil created them with her own hands in this very room.
Here's an
Her
example.
intellect is a constant source of amazement to me.
Apparently, the Ark is still 50 years away from achieving this kind of technology. She even designed the optical camouflage that envelops this entire base. Last but not least, we have the lobby. You can see the entire base from here. It seems that Isabel and Noah are training in the incubator.
Incubator.
It works rather like the Ark simulation room, but it's possible to make even finer adjustments and create slightly more powerful enemies there. Actually, that's not entirely correct. When I say slightly more powerful, we're talking about the difference between run-of-the-mill Raptures and Tyrant class.
So this would be special interceptions, I think.
Very true. However, such difficulty spikes are necessary for us. Everyone who resides in Eden must be able to fend for themselves. This even applies to humans like Cecil and Johann. In doing this, we avoid becoming like your Ark, where the few are being exploited by the many.
I assume you're referring to the nikkes and humans.
You catch on quickly. To me, paradise is a place where there is an even balance of power, where humans and nikkes can live in perfect harmony. Of course, everyone has their own definition of what is just. So, what do you think? Did paradise live up to what you envisioned in your mind? I'm curious to hear how you think it compares. Is that so? Nevertheless, it's at least closer to Utopia than the Ark, is it not?
True. I had to admit it, but yes.
Well then, I suppose we can move on to more important topics. I don't know if you heard from Haran, but I have been waiting a long time for your arrival.
Find out.
I believe you are the key to overcoming the crisis that befalls Eden.
What do you mean?
Heretics. You have gone up against one of them before and won, have you not?
I wouldn't say. Technically, yes, we have. But I wouldn't say one because it was an entire effort of Miss Terra and Elysian.
I, and many others, consider it a victory. Anyway, this heretic that is calling itself Modernia. I suppose I should be straight with you. There is another heretic, a member of the Queen's elite forces. Hatred for humanity burns deep within her, and she has set her sights on Eden. Codename, Nihilister. We have had 5 previous engagements with her, and every confrontation has ended in a stalemate. Now that the Vaphaus has been secured, we have a greater chance than before. But we cannot allow Eden's entire destiny to rest solely on a single bullet. According to one of my old friends, you're something of a miracle worker. Someone who's achieved the impossible several times over. My hope is that you can lend us some of that expertise. In return, we can promise anything. Haran tells me that you want the Vaphaus. We can give it to you. However, as you know, it is the only one of its kind. Therefore, whether you take it back to the Ark, or use it in the battle to defeat the heretic, is a decision I shall leave to you.
Has Johann agreed to this?
No, he doesn't know anything about this yet. But don't worry. I'll be able to persuade him. So, what do you want to do?
Before I decide, I have one condition.
Tell me.
my squad mates. I want their location. I want them located on the site.
Are you referring to the others that we brought to the base a while ago?
Alright. What? No!
Commander! You're safe. We were so worried that something had happened to you. Honey!
Why are
I'm
you?
worried sick about you. Are you hurt? Let me kiss your boo-boos and make it all better.
It's fine. What?
Why are you kissing my forehead?
You just said you should kiss boo-boos to make them better. I figured there was something wrong with your brain, so I thought a smooch there might help.
Very funny.
How do y'all?
We managed to pass that deranged test of theirs.
Individually, I might add. That numbskull with the shield said if we managed to pin her to the ground, we could pass. That motor mouth was the worst part of the entire ordeal. We couldn't shut her up if we tried.
I had to take down a flying bomber. It was so hard.
I just have to go through a test.
How did you make it out in one piece? In the heat of battle, you must have turned to firepower as your savior, right?
We yelled the
Well,
tails
let's
away.
subject humans to the same test. What do they have against you? I don't see the point in trying to weed out people like this.
If you really think it over, I suppose I can see where they're coming from. They only want to be with those who have proven themselves. But to try and say that they're helping us by doing all this is a bit rich.
Did Haran mention her great plan to you?
Nod.
What are you planning on doing?
I'm not sure if you think about y'all.
To be honest, I'm leaning towards turning her down. But if we decline, then we may lose our only opportunity to get our hands on Valkos. Knowing you, I'm sure you're not keen on taking on all of Eden.
Right?
I guess it's decided then. If it's a heretic, we'd have to go up against them eventually anyway, right?
You do realize that if we accept their proposal, we're aligning ourselves with that psychopath Johann, don't you?
What if he tosses Master out of another window? I'd like to see him try. If he does, we'll toss him even further. I should practice my throws.
If it comes to that, I'll leave it to you.
I've been told that. You've agreed to our proposition?
Yeah.
Excellent. I have good news for you as well. I was successful in persuading Cecil about our deal. The operation to exterminate the heretic will take place tomorrow. Delaying our plans will only hurt us. Just as we are monitoring every move the heretic makes, she is doing precisely the same to us. If we want any hope of catching her unawares, we must make a move before she discovers we have secured the Vapaus. As a gesture of trust, allow me to bestow this upon you. The first bullet is Vapaus. Don't forget. Make sure you don't use it unless it is absolutely necessary.
Why are you doing this? Why give us the bathhouse? We could run off in the middle of the night and take it along with us.
It's hard to explain. None of you seem like someone who would do such a thing. Also, if something like that were to happen, we have a tracker who can take to the skies and reach Mach speed. I assure you, she always nabs her prey.
We won't run away. Especially because Isabel's kind of terrifying. This heretic is our enemy as well.
I knew I could count on you. You mustn't be nervous about tomorrow's operation. We may have never won against a heretic, but by the same token, we've never lost either. Now that we've got an ace up our sleeve, I'm certain that victory is within our grasp.
What?
Standing here I go.
That's it. Let me just look at this map before. What is this map? So this must be Eden.
Alright, moving in. Time for some extracurricular activity.
Understood.
Alright, moving in.
Alright, since this is technically the end of the 1.9.5 stream, alright everyone. Hopefully I entertained you guys as long as I could. I don't know. Hopefully I entertained you guys. Hopefully everyone has a good rest of your day.